I haven't gone live in so long that this is what happens. Just so everybody knows, it automatically switches sometimes from the Station 19 page back to my own without my knowledge. But I can never, I can't find you, Peter, on the Station 19 page. Peter, if you're there, just can you write a hi in the comments? It'll allow me to click on your page, which will help since for some reason I can't search you in request. If you're there and you can see me, the Peter page. So weird. So weird how it... Peter, are you there? Oh, technology. I'm just silent too. Just doesn't... Why? I wonder... Peter, did you comment? Can you hear me? Are you there? Peter? I don't understand why I can't find Peter. If anyone has advice for the situation right now, why can't I find Peter as a request? Peter. Okay. Someone wrote at Peter. Yes, I know his Instagram handle, but for some reason, when I go to request Peter, it doesn't let me. It let me on my page. That's so weird. Okay, Peter will be on in a second, hopefully. Hi.
Hello.
Did you see me struggling that whole time? Were you just sitting there watching? Oh,
I
good.
didn't. I was waiting patiently and then not patiently.
Thank you for not waiting too patiently at the end there, because I was like, why can't I get a hold of Peter? I can't find Peter. And then all of a sudden you were there.
The fans are coming through, though. Thanks, everybody, for knowing that I brazenly put a "the" at the beginning of my Instagram handle back in the day when I thought that was funny, and now I'm sure a lot of people can't find me because of it. But so
no, I found you. You know what's crazy is it kept pulling up different Peters. I'm like, stop! I want the Peter page. Stop giving me other Peters.
Other Peter Pages. There are. Do you know what's so funny is? Peter Page is in fact my birth name. That's the name I was given at birth. But people always think I made it up, especially when I was an actor. They were always like, "Oh, you made that up. Come on." And I'm like, "No, I swear, my parents gave it to me." And then what was I going to do? Like, you can't be Dr. Peter Page. Turns out the second most famous Peter Page is in fact Dr. Peter Page, who used to be head of cardiothoracic surgery at Mass General.
No.
True story.
This is a real thing.
And even better story, the third most famous Peter Page, spelled the same way, all three spelled the same way, was a photographer, a very successful commercial photographer. And he used to do a lot of like properties and hotels and things like that. One night I'm staying in a hotel and I'm not getting my messages, and my friends are frustrated with me, my work colleagues, because they can't get a hold of me and I'm not answering my phone. No. It turns out we are staying in the same hotel on the same night. That is a true story.
Did you guys meet each other?
We didn't, but at 7 in the morning, he called me and said, "Peter Page?" And I said, "Yeah." And he said, "Peter Page." And I was like, "Shut up!" And he was leaving and I was hungover, so we didn't connect. But, anyway.
I love that it's also spelled the same way, and that's pretty amazing. I did not know that. Did you ever find out if there was any relation between all three of you?
I have not ever checked to see if we're somehow related. I should probably, but I have not. Because the Paige is traditionally more of the black name, the black version of the name.
Interesting.
So anyway, who knows?
Well, I love
so wait, before we do anything, before you start asking me questions, Ms. Overprepared, as usual, you cracked me up when you sent me the interview questions. I was like, she's amazing. Did you watch the episode?
I did.
What'd you think?
I love it. I love it. I think you're phenomenal at what you do.
Well,
You make it look
I wasn't
effortless.
asking for you to suck up to me. I just wanted you to tell all the fans how good the episode is.
No, the episode is so amazing tonight, and it gets me emotional. And you know what really I think it's different is I was there for the stuff with Terrence, so I knew how you shot it. I knew what to expect. I'm always surprised pleasantly by how you edit things together and put things together. And of course, we'll always talk about this off camera, what things you chose and what things were different.
Sure.
But what really got me too was the Vic and the other storyline.
Isn't that a great storyline?
That was phenomenal. So the whole episode was amazing. I love the Terrence storyline, but I loved the Vic storyline, and that one really sucked me in because I didn't know what to expect. And again, you're just for everyone watching, Peter's way of directing is so effortless. You create movement and flow without feeling like it's forced.
Thanks.
And it's effortless when you shoot it too. When you're directing us as actors, it feels so effortless. It's like when you get a script that's written perfectly, as you know, because you are an actor as well, when you get a script that's written perfectly, it doesn't feel like you're having to act, which is, kind of a cop out. You're like, I'm not really having to do anything here, but say the words.
No, but that's a writer's job, and that's the director's job, is to make it as easy as possible, to make it, to create, the right space and to support the storytelling and the storytellers, the people who are in front of the camera. So.
And that's what it is you put the cameras in such a way that it doesn't feel like I'm never taken out of it because of where the cameras are or how they're filming. It feels like the cameras are where they're always supposed to be at all times, and I don't even know they're there. And then all of a sudden I'm like, oh, hi, Harry.
Harry's the camera operator.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't know. Well, thank you. That means a lot to me. Thank you, Danielle, because you've worked with a lot of great directors, and you're so talented in your own right. So.
Look at us giving compliments to each other.
Look at that. It's just a lure fest.
Okay, I do want to ask my questions, though.
Go.
Okay. What has been your most memorable moment while directing Station 19 of any of your episodes?
100%. It's my first big episode. You knew the answer to this, too. That's why you asked it.
I did.
You wanted this answer, but it's also true. The first episode I did when I was directing the scenes with you and Karina in the apartment, those scenes were so fun to shoot, and the way that we came up with shooting them, the style that we decided to shoot them in, sort of like a play, where we did those big chunky scenes and let you guys play all the way through those scenes, take after take after take, was so much fun for me. And it was so right. That was the best part, is it wasn't just some crazy idea I had, it was the right crazy idea I had. And you and Stefania were so game and so there for it and so in it. And I just thought, I'm so proud of it. And I thought, honestly, I think it's some of your best work on the show. I thought
Thank you.
I'm getting little shades of Maya that I've never seen before. And I just think it was about giving you the space to reveal some more of your/her humanity. So
again, you put those cameras in places where you trusted us as actors. Thank you for that. You literally were I'm going to have the cameras follow you guys. Just go for it.
You guys earned it. Hey, by the way, you say that actually wasn't true, that we were just having the cameras follow you guys. So the way we shot this, so everybody knows, this is not this episode. This is for, I think it aired as 414. Is that right? Maybe. It's in the teens. I can't remember. It's the famous. It's the proposal episode. It's the episode where you guys get engaged. But we shot these big chunky fight scenes by hiding cameras in specific places all over their apartment, so that we would do the scene, move the cameras, do the scene, move the cameras, do the scene, move the cameras, and then we would did a chase version with Steadicam. But the chase version is the one that I was like, the hidden cameras were amazing too, but that chase version, between all of it, you're freaking amazing, Peter. Not just me. We have an amazing team that makes it all possible. So. Because, by the way, there are some directors of photography. We had a guest DP on that episode, and Christian Siebold, and he was super game. But there are some who'd have been like, no, we're not doing that, no. And there are producers who wouldn't have let me do that. So it was it's a good group.
I'm glad that that's your favorite scene, but I wasn't sure if it was going to be because you've shot a lot of scenes since then. So I wasn't.
By the
sure.
way, and fantastic stuff.
I
have had amazing moments with every single member of the cast. I can think of like, you know, a memorable performance from every single one of those human beings, and just really, really special moments that I'm super, super proud of.
Yeah, as you should be. They're amazing. Okay, what do you enjoy most about directing, Peter?
What do I enjoy? I don't know. There's so many things. I love directing so much that it's really hard for me to boil it down to one thing. I love it when it all comes together, right? I am a jack of all trades, master of none. That is my nature. I'm a Gemini, and that's who I am. And so I love when, you know, I help you reveal a great performance, like find a little nuance in the scene work or something that just that suddenly appears, that the camera's in the exact right place, and I know it is metaphorically telling the story, and we found the right music, and we cut it perfectly, and the production design is supporting it, and the props are all right. Like, I love the moment it all comes together. That's the joy for me.
Do you love it in the editing room as well then, when you're kind of getting to put together the pieces as well?
I do. Editing is like the most kind of delicious torture. It's you know, editing, partially because I can't do anything. I'm sitting there giving notes to other people and waiting for them to execute. So that like frustration of like, just let me type it. But we have also brilliant editors on this show too, who make it all work. And I'm notoriously not an easy director to cut. Like, when my footage comes in, I call editors before the first day of footage comes in, I go, okay, you're gonna see some stuff. I promise you it will all work. You're just gonna have to trust me a little bit, because at first they're like, the hell is he sending me?
Well, so, why? Just because it's
not traditional usually.
Oh, okay.
It's not super straightforward. So what?
Yeah, but that's what I think I love about your directing, is that it's not technically traditional or straightforward. Right. So I get what you're saying, but from an editor standpoint, they freak out, especially.
Well, sometimes, especially if they've never worked with me. Once they've worked with me, they're fine. But the first time, they're always like, oh, this is interesting.
And then they're like, it's phenomenal. So thank you for that. What advice would you give for any aspiring directors out there?
Start making stuff. Find your tribe, find writers, find actors that you love, and start making, you've got to, my phone's in front. I was looking around for my phone because I always hold up my phone when I tell this. You've got a movie studio in your pocket. You can literally shoot a movie on your iPhone. So do it. Start telling stories, tiny little shorts, character sketches, music videos, whatever. Start making work.
It's great you say that too, in the sense that when I interact with all the fans and their compilations and their edits, I mean, everyone's already doing it naturally. It's pretty amazing that you're right. It's on your fingertips, and with social media, you have so much you can do. So I love
outlets for everything. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, get on TikTok, get on Instagram, you can put a lot out into the world, and that's where new talent is getting discovered these days. Back in my day, that is not how it worked. You had to work your way up through these very kind of almost prescribed tiers. You sort of arrived in LA, you started auditioning, people got to know your name, then you got your co-stars, then you got your guest stars, then you would start recurring. And you knew anybody you saw recurring, like on NBC, on some sitcom, you'd be like, oh, next year he's going to have a show. And sure enough, next year they'd have their show. Like, there were some steps you could kind of take. Not true anymore. Now it's all the rules are off. So
that's awesome. Work. I guess it's good and bad in both ways. There's no steps, but at the same time, you can do it from anywhere, I guess, now in the world.
All true. Both true. It's frustrating in its shapelessness, but it's also exciting in its shapelessness.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah. How have you seen gay representation on TV change throughout the course of your career?
Well, I mean, staggeringly, let's be honest. Like, my career started before Will and Grace. Like, my career started, way back. When I moved to LA, people were like, don't tell anybody you're gay, just all of it. And so there was Ellen and Will and Grace, and then Queer as Folk, which was my show.
For people that don't know, Peter played Elliot. I was getting confused because of Lachlan on our show. It was like, wait, are they both Emmett?
No, we're both Emmets. Yes, we're both Emmets.
On Queer as Folk, yes.
Yes, so yeah, I've seen it change, extraordinarily from. I mean, back then, by the way, big major agencies wouldn't submit actors for Queer as Folk.
Why?
Because they thought the material was too edgy.
And they felt that their characters would be kind of put into a box because they were on Queer as Folk?
And by the way, that is kind of what happened to me. Before Queer as Folk, I would audition to play, I would screen test even to play like the weird neighbor or the like inappropriate boss or stuff like that. And that all went away after Queer as Folk. It became, if it didn't.
Oh no. Oh, you
right,
cut out for 1 second. If it didn't what?
If it didn't say gay in the breakdown, then I wasn't getting in the room. So.
Did that make you did that really frustrate you, I'm assuming, and make you upset after that?
Yes, it did. It was really frustrating. It was really frustrating because I was like, I loved playing Emmett. I loved it. But I had more to offer. I had more gears and things. So anyway, but it really got me focused on writing and directing. And that's where I think really I was meant to be all along. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
So for you, it felt like it put you in the journey or the track that you were meant to be on, but still it's changed, like going back to that, it's changed so much. I mean, you wouldn't be put into that box that you were put into back then nowadays.
I don't think I would. I mean, certainly the generations behind me, even guys just like 5-7 years younger than I am, have had more breadth of opportunity in that way. The Neil Patrick Harrises and the Zach Quintos and guys like that. So I'm grateful that I got to be a part of that story. And I'm really grateful that queer representation is becoming a far more nuanced and complicated experience, and that it's kind of cropping up everywhere. I mean, I love the queerness on Station 19. I love that this show that is on ABC at 8 o'clock and goes out all over the world is about, as much as anything else, is about two queer couples, and that makes me deeply, deeply proud and deeply happy. So.
Yeah, I feel the same about playing Maya and being part of that. So good. I'm glad that the world is changing, and I hope it continues to change and go in this direction.
It's going to have to. It's going to have to. I mean, it seems, your generation and younger just seem to have no tolerance for anything but more representation, and that's a great, great thing.
Good. Can I ask you some episode-specific questions?
Sure.
What was the most challenging aspect of directing tonight's episode, and which was the easiest?
Keeping the Terrence story dynamic was definitely the most challenging. Not to give too much away, people, but you'll see it's in the first act. You'll see the one of the incidents is they arrive at a scene and a guy is pinned between two vehicles. So this show is about movement. These are young, busy people who are saving lives and staying busy and working all the time, right? And so all of a sudden I have an incident where the guy can't move and nobody can really do anything around him. So keeping that dynamic interesting was definitely the biggest challenge. And then what was your second part of your question?
Which one was the easiest to shoot, or the easiest aspect of it?
I mean, the easy aspect is you guys are also good at your jobs. Is that I can worry about the things I need to worry about because I know you guys are going to show up and you're going to be great. And that's a real gift because that's not always true.
Thank you for saying that. Thank you. You make it easy. Again, I'm going to point that out because not every director makes it easy.
Fair enough.
How do you tackle directing scenes focus on subject matter? I don't want to give anything away.
Like the subject matter in that story tonight?
Yes, with Vic and her character.
Very carefully. Very carefully. I mean, I'm a firm believer that art is meant to get into it, right? That art is meant to talk about things. And do you have to go to set? Is that what's happening?
No, they're trying to move my trailer. It's fine.
Oh my God, hilarious.
Sorry.
That I'm a firm believer that art, that you're meant to go there. And I'm a firm believer in the power of television to shift cultural conversations. I've witnessed it firsthand. I've been a part of it a lot in my career. So I believe it's really important. I believe in communication. I believe in giving actors a little bit of space sometimes when they need it. I believe in, creating a set where people feel safe and comfortable to ask questions to get it wrong sometimes, to try things. Like I hope that you feel that when you're working with me, you know, that you're like, and that you know that I've got you. Like, I'm not gonna ever let you look like an asshole. I'm not gonna ever let you, like, I want the best possible version of you captured, right? That's what I want. And so I'm in it with you. And even when it's scary or dark or messy or complicated, that we're going to find our way through it together. And we've got the time and energy to do it.
And you do that. You push us to give the best performances that you feel are in us, even if you don't even know us, like you did that first episode. So you really do push us to give the best performances. And I don't know how you see that, because some people don't see what we're capable of, but you see it, and then you give us the space to just be. And it's I know you say we make it easy, but you make it easy for us to just feel comfortable. And I trust you when we get a take and you're like, we got it. I never question it. I'm like, you know, sometimes you're like, a director's like, no, we got it. And I'm like, did we?
Do we? I could use one more.
Yeah, I think I need another take.
And by the way, when actors say, can I have one more? I will give them one more if I can, if we're not like completely losing the light and it's all falling apart. But yeah, I mean, I don't ever move on without feeling like I've got it. And that isn't 20 takes. I'm not David Fincher. Like, I'm not there to torture anybody. And it's TV. We got to move on, right? We got to keep moving. The machine has to eat. So, but yeah, I really like, I want the cast to feel like, no, I got you. We have the exact same goal. We want to tell this story as well as possible. And so it's
collaborative. It's a team.
It's an extraordinary collaborative form. I mean, that's the thing. I think, you know, in TV, it's all sort of the writers, and in film, it's all the director. They get all the credit, right, for everything. But it is hundreds and hundreds of people involved in every single frame. Every single frame. I can't do anybody else's job on set. My thing is to point us all in the right direction, make sure we're all facing the correct North Star, and then let all of you brilliant, talented, you know, artists and craftspeople do your best work.
You have to lead, though. You have to lead, and you're a good leader.
Yeah, but leading is often supporting. Leading is not always bossing. I mean, I'm plenty bossy, as you well know, but like, leading is not dictating. Leading to me is not fear-based. It's collaborative. It's collaborative. It's celebratory. Yes, that is the best costume for this scene that we could possibly have. I love it. Fantastic. Thank you. And thank you for thinking of the things I didn't think of, which is, oh, she's going to have support for that. Or we're going to have to figure out something because there was no place to put her microphone, or all those things that like are not in my head because I'm thinking of 700 other things, you know? So
yeah, anyway. It is collaborative, but you acknowledge that too. I know that they're freaking out because the show's going to air in like 2 minutes.
Yes.
I also am saying, if you guys want to leave, I just want to finish a couple of questions with Peter. Let's see.
Go watch, you guys. Don't miss the beginning. It's really beautiful.
Don't miss the beginning.
I love the opening. So please go watch. But you can tune back in. This will be on the Station 19 feed after. So you can tune back in and
yes.
Yeah.
Everyone's going. Go to the East Coast feed. I'm just gonna finish up with Peter. This will be on the Station 19 page, guys. Don't miss the show. Go to the show. Let's see. I love.
Can I tell you something really funny?
Yeah.
So the comments are coming up over my face, right? The comments can be on my, and every once in a while, a line lands right across my eyebrows, and it looks like I have a unibrow. And it's the funniest thing. It's just like the text every time. It just right now I've got it. Yeah, that's so good. I look like one of the characters from like Dodgeball or something, or Galaxy Quest. You remember the aliens in Galaxy Quest who had the one eyebrow? Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. I don't see it on my side. I think you still look amazing. But even if you had a Galaxy Quest eyebrow, you'd look great.
No, trust me on this one. I'm seeing it, and it's not good. It's not really a look for me. But
we'll finish up with what should be the main takeaway that people receive from watching this episode?
I don't know. I mean, you know that there is a way out of difficult situations. There's a way out of difficult things.
Well, are you?
What?
Oh, can you hear me?
Did it in my back? I got it like a text or something.
Yeah.
That there is a way out of difficult things. That there is a way through difficult situations. And it may require asking for help, and it may make you really uncomfortable. But I think that thematically, that's what this is about.
Okay. Good. Let me just get my question. I got panicked when I was like, the show's starting, live tweeting. I all of a sudden have a moment. Okay. Having acted, since people may not know, having acted on both Station 19 and Grey's Anatomy, if people don't know, look it up.
True.
Which character did you enjoy playing more and why?
I don't know. I love playing both of them. And first of all, they were a decade apart. I loved playing Benjamin on Grey's Anatomy just to get to play, Benjamin had a brain tumor and he said everything he thought. He didn't have any filter, and get to do that. That's fantastic. I got to tell, Ellen Pompeo, she looked tired and she needed to condition her hair. It was, so that was super fun, especially because I am incredibly concerned about what other people think. So people accuse me all the time of saying everything I think, when I'm always like, no, I don't say anything anywhere near what I think.
I feel you're so honest.
I am honest, but I'm not entirely forthright. I'm very concerned about other people's feelings. So I withhold far more than you think.
Which I do know too, and you've got such a big heart, which I've experienced firsthand, and really caring about the people you are around. Thank you for caring for me so much, I have to say. Well, it's
genuine, very genuine, and vice versa. And then I loved playing Cooper. Like, I got to work with Barrett as an actor. Like, she's amazing, and we had a blast together. Like, we had so much fun. I fell so completely in love with her, and just in our 2 days of shooting, it was great. My least favorite part was setting myself on fire. That was my least favorite part. Running around screaming like I was on fire. That was awful. That was hell.
So maybe you liked your character on Grey's more just because of that simple fact.
I mean, they both died. I guess so.
Yeah, just one. I guess you weren't awake when the character died, right?
Right.
Just
yeah.
laying there. I have to say, I remember when Barrett shot that episode with you. I was so jealous because she came back and she's like, "Oh my gosh, Peter Paige is so amazing. He's so great to work with." And she's telling me all these stories and rambling about all this stuff, and I'm just like, I want to meet him. And I remember when you came to direct, I was so happy that you were directing Stefania and I was like kind of nervous because I was like, I'm not going to be able to live up to Barrett. and I remember.
But you absolutely did in your perfectly Maya way. So.
Yeah, but it was. I remember her just raving about you. Even you came on as an actor and we loved you, and then you came back to direct us, and now you're one of our bosses.
And you can't get rid of me. I'm like
we don't want to get rid of you. Okay,
thanks.
last little Station 19 Grey's question is: which character would be your best friend in real life, from both shows? If you had to choose a character on any of the shows, who would be your best friend?
So, truthfully, it probably is Levi.
Yes! I love
And for those of you who don't know, I directed Jake Borelli, who plays Levi Schmidt, in a movie called The Thing About Harry, which I would love for you to go and find. It's a very sweet rom-com that he's so brilliant in. And Jake is a good friend of mine. And so there's something, while Jake and Levi are not exactly the same person, there's enough of him in there that I have to say that it would probably be Levi.
I forgot about that movie. I forgot that he went and shot that right, because before the pandemic and everything, Jake and I were hanging out all the time. I went over to Grey's, we bonded, and I totally forgot that he went to go shoot that.
That was me.
That's what it was. Is Barrett was raving about working with you as an actor. Jake was raving about working with you as a director, and I was like, this guy that everyone around me keeps telling me about, and I'm so happy that I finally got to work with him and continue to.
The universe brought us together.
Where can you find it?
The Thing About Harry, you can buy it on iTunes for like $2.99 or something. It's very cheap, but it's in the TV section, not the movie section, because it was made for TV. But it's really, I promise you, it's really, if you like a rom-com, you'll love the movie. I'm so proud of it.
And it's The Thing About Harry.
The Thing About Harry.
Okay, got it. I've got to go watch it. I've got to do a bunch of research and watch it.
You've never watched it?
Mm-mm. I know. This is, I should have, I can't lie, you know me, to be honest.
No, you should not have lied. That would have been terrible. Because I always can tell when people did it. When I was doing press for that movie, I would go do stuff and people would be like, It was great. And I'm like, you didn't watch it, I can tell. It's just...
No, I'll go watch it, and then next time I see you after the holiday break, we'll have some stuff to talk about. Well, anything you want to leave about tonight's episode? I'll go live tweet now.
No, go. If you haven't started watching, go watch. It's enough time's elapsed now that you'll miss at least some of the commercials. We love you, the fans. It's so great to be invited into this, fan family. I love how passionate you all are. But by the way, fans, be nice. Be nice to us. Remember, drama is a ride. Drama is a ride. Dramatic television is a ride. Everything can't be nice all the time, or there's no story, and you would all die of boredom. So just remember.
Nice, Peter. Every once in a
while. Oh yeah. There's some hateful tweets that come through every now and then. So threatening.
No more of that.
No more of that. But we love you fans, and like I said, I'm so grateful to be a part of this family now. So
yeah,
I feel like your stepdad. I feel like everybody's stepdad. Like I came in late, but we're vibing.
Yeah, we are. We're lucky to have you, Peter. And no negative tweets, no negative posts, no negative anything. It's positive. Okay, well, I'm excited to watch and tweet. I'm gonna go to Twitter now and start tweeting.
Me too. Off to Twitter.
So excited. Thank you, Peter. Mwah.
Thank you. Much love. Bye.
Much love. Bye.